A little bit of news about coffee shops. There's been discussion in the Netherlands of rolling back the coffee shops. It's pushed by the federal government, it's pushed by American forces, and it's pushed by Christian groups there. And a lot of federal government people are saying we should roll back the coffee shops, and the greatest defenders in favor of the existence of the coffee shops are the mayors. Because the mayors are the ones that have to deal with crime on their streets. And they're digging in and they're saying, no way, we don't want crime in the streets. We've been there, we've had crime in the streets. We like the regulated environment where there's not thugs on the streets selling marijuana. There's going to be marijuana sold regardless of what the federal government thinks. You can have it on the streets, you can have turf wars, you can have murders, or you can have it in coffee shops. And that's why right now that threat to the coffee shops has failed, because the mayors prevail that way. Now, I've been talking about this for 20 years almost, and what I've learned about this is as much from law enforcement people and people who are into the issues from the public health point of view as talking to anybody else. And I've been, over the years, talking at different festivals. This is HempFest up in Seattle, which is 100,000 people getting together every August, and going to conventions around the country, and really just celebrating the opportunity to think of marijuana as a civil liberty and its abuse as a health and education challenge, and to find a way to sort through all of that and have something smart for our society. So that's what we're working on right now on this tour. I want to make it really clear that I'm not pro-pot. I am pro the civil liberties for an adult to responsibly enjoy marijuana if he or she wants to. And I've worked very hard with people in Washington State on I-502, and it was historic that Washington and Colorado were able to win our elections 2 years ago. We were not put together by a bunch of potheads. It was our city attorney in Seattle, Pete Holmes. It was our Republican federal prosecuting attorney, John McKay. It was presidents of the Bar Association. It was legislators who have dedicated their lives and their careers to what's good for children and families. These are the people that made I-502 work, and it is the same kind of public servants that are behind Measure 91 here in Oregon. And I want to stress, it's fun to make Cheech and Chong jokes, but this is a very serious issue, and it's serious for some reasons I'm going to explain in the next few minutes. I think we need to acknowledge marijuana as a drug. It's not healthy, it can be abused, and it can be addictive. I've been speaking out on this, not supporting pot smoking, but advocating for a change in the law, and it's something that I find is quite easy to do, and I've gotten almost no pushback when I get 5 minutes of somebody's time to explain what this is all about. Once in a blue moon, somebody's going to say, I'm never going to take your guidebooks or use your tours because I know what you think about marijuana, and all I can think is Europe's going to be more fun without you. Now, there's 4 different kind of dimensions to the marijuana arena. You've got your people that just think ganja is the greatest plant on the earth and it'll save everybody. You've got your medical marijuana concerns. You've got your industrial marijuana concerns. And there's just the principled, pragmatic, public policy and civil liberties concerns. That's where I come in. I'm not pro or against those others, but I'm all about pragmatic public policy. I want to address the racism and the fiscal responsibilities issues, the respect for law and order, the credibility for teachers and parents when it comes to teaching their kids about the dangers of hard drugs, and so on. That's kind of where I'm at on this. I want to, about the industrial thing, industrial hemp is an amazing thing, and I think it'll be a big issue for a lot of people that are into agriculture and so on. And I just like to, as a nod to the industrial hemp people, make a little advertisement for a bag that we produce. This is a hemp bag, and it's got my favorite hang tag of any bag I've ever seen. The hang tag says, hemp is patriotic. Of all the bags on your next plane ride, this hemp bag is likely the only one not made of petroleum products. If oil dependence is part of America's problem, hemp is part of the answer. Happy travels. It is interesting that hemp is something that could be a very exciting sort of industrial product.